Hi, everyone. Welcome to the spring 2024 incarnation of Introduction to Mobile Application Development. I'm your instructor for the next four-ish months, Carl Morris. And the goal here is just to sort of give you a very brief, very high-level overview of what we will be doing for the next 15 or 16 weeks. I want to start with a quick run through of our syllabus and lots of the stuff like the topics won't really make a whole lot of sense immediately, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time there, but just want to bring some of the more high level items to your attention. So again, this is me. We have office hours twice a week officially, which is the best time to get me because I've already reserved that time on my calendar. So that's Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. And this is the Zoom URL. This will be posted on the Canvas page. Or you can get me by appointment if none of these times work for you. So just reach out, let me know, and I will try to find a time that's amenable to both of us. Keep in mind that even if you are coming on during their usual time, it says or by appointment. It really should say and or by appointment, because this is the time shared with other students, other courses. So rather than have you show up and wait in one instance where I'm meeting with other students, or if I don't know that someone is coming to office hours, not only will I not sign in, I cannot stay signed in because Zoom will close any room where there are no participants. It will end the meeting automatically. So I need to know that you're going to be there for me to be present. So send me an email ahead of time to let me know your plans to show up for office hours, and I'll be in the room, whether that's the scheduled time or otherwise. This course does not have a textbook. There will be assigned readings, but they will not come from a text, in part because textbooks are expensive, but mainly because the topic we're covering, Android, is relatively fast moving, and a textbook will quickly fall out of date. So rather than have anyone waste money, effectively, on a textbook, we will simply direct our readings to the developer guide, which is this link under online resources. So this is the guide maintained by the Android engineers, and it will give us more up-to-date information regarding any topic we're discussing. And this sort of directs us to one of the main characteristics of this course, which is, even though it's titled Mobile Application Development, our focus is on Android development, simply because it is more accessible. You are able to build Android applications with pretty much any hardware, whereas if we were to select other platforms, such as iOS, we would have restrictions on the type of hardware you could use to do development. Additionally, you will find help. I put this link here just so you know that it's okay to reference Stack Overflow, but you would have come to that conclusion on your own, because almost every search request you make for an error or to figure out how to perform a certain feature or anything on Google or any other search engine will almost always bring up Stack Overflow as the first few links, because that is actually the official place where the engineers will that they use for support. So you'll find a lot of resources there. And we will use GitHub, this program called GitHub, this website or web service, for our source code management. So this is how we're going to submit assignments, etc. And you'll see examples of how we use this tool, Git and GitHub, as we enter the semester. Prerequisites. Before taking this course, you'll need to have taken data structures and objects, and ideally also scripting for sciences and business. It's important that you have a firm understanding of object-oriented development, as well as data structures before taking this course, because as we go through the Android framework, we are almost taking for granted that you have this knowledge, and we will be relying on that assumption for almost everything we discuss. So a lot of Android sort of requires a working knowledge of OOP. If you have not yet taken this course, I recommend you have a very quick talk with your advisor about what your next steps should be, and potentially rearranging your courses so that you can take the prerequisites before taking this course. This is just a description, high-level stuff about what it is that we're doing and why. This course is broken down into 2 major deliverables: laboratory projects, of which there will be 10, and assessments, which essentially quizzes, for which we'll have 4. For each of these, we'll drop your lowest. This is how we get our grades. And again, here are the topics. They'll make more sense as we go through the semester, but we start out with a refresher of object-oriented development principles, or object-oriented programming, just to make sure that we understand what it is that the kind of knowledge that we expect to be prevalent throughout. And then we go into the nitty-gritty of Android development, starting with basic look and feel, how an application presents itself, behavior, the actual code and functionality of our apps, meta information that the operating system relies on to know how our application should behave. We look at responsive applications, building apps that can function in different configurations on a device, and data persistence, network connectivity, connecting to the internet, downloading information, things like that. Services, which are for background operations, things that the application is doing that is not visible to the user, and a few other things. So again, don't spend too much time getting caught up on these topics. We will discuss them in turn once the semester gets going. It's your responsibility to make sure that you are submitting your own work. It's your responsibility to keep up with the topics that we're discussing. Ensure that you are constantly checking in, verifying deadlines, reaching out to me as your instructor or to any other course support that's available if you need that additional assistance. We do take academic misconduct seriously. So again, I will always endeavor to make sure that I make available to you all available resources, including my own time, and I ask you to make use of that. Do not hesitate to reach out, to send me an email with a question, or to request office hours. Again, whether that's during the regularly scheduled times, Tuesday and Wednesdays, or whatever time works for you, we'll figure something out. So if you've not done a whole lot of programming before, again, you want to give yourself the advantage of making use of the available time and making use of the available resources, that is myself and whatever other items we can bring your attention to. All of the course content will be presented to you via Canvas. And here we will, whenever you sign in, you'll be dropped on this front page where you will see links to everything, including the videos you're supposed to watch for that particular topic, for that particular week. Usually we have our modules broken up into weeks, more or less, as well as any other instructions, links to any quizzes for that week, links to any assignment for that week. And those links will bring you to a specific assignment on the assignment page. Here are the assignments. Don't pay too much attention to the dates. These will be adjusted. But here are the 10 assignments we'll have and the 4 quizzes we'll have. The lowest assignment and the lowest quiz will be dropped. That's basically the curve that we'll be using. And as best as I can, I will keep things present on this one page, so you won't need to dig around on Canvas to find anything. Perhaps the only exception will be if I have any announcements to make. I'll post the announcements here. But besides that, you should only need to visit the assignments section and home. All right, so that's really all I have to discuss at this point. I'll post almost every week, I'm pretty sure every week, I'll post a video at the beginning of the week, sort of talking about what we'll be doing for that module and highlighting anything of interest, anything that I'd like you to pay attention to. And of course, again, I encourage you to reach out to me at any time, with any questions or concerns you might have, and I'll endeavor to get back to you as quickly as I can with a response or instructions or any information I might have. All right. Well, welcome again. Good luck. I know that this course can and has proven to be a challenging one in the past, but in a way, that's what makes it rewarding when we get through the material and at the end of it, have a firmer understanding of mobile application development in general and Android development specifically. It is very much a useful skill and knowledge that can be applicable in a myriad of ways in industry and academia. So, yeah, I look forward to working with you over the next 4 or so months. And good luck.